We got a socialist Muslim mayor in the biggest city in the country. Woke is so back. And guess what? His transition team is all woke. I mean, women. All female transition team as he prepares for New York mayoralty. Now, I don't know all of these women and I cannot necessarily vouch for their politics, but we have Lina Khan. And when you come out swinging with Lina Khan, former FTC chair, slayer of Google and Amazon, preventer of corporate mergers like Kroger's and Albertsons, a student of antitrust law, you're saying a lot about how you think of the billionaire class, their ability to amass more and more and more wealth, to evade more and more taxes, to make services worse and worse for all of us, right? When you come out swinging with Lina Khan, you mean business. You mean so much business. And I love that for us. And I say us as someone who does not live in New York City. But this is very exciting, all female. And he is also hiring. So transition 2025, I think. I think that's it. Is there multiple people? You can apply if you feel like you've got the skills. Maybe there are people who have the skills here. So I wanted to play this little moment from Lina Khan because I friggin' love this from her. And I love this for her.
Good morning, everybody. It's great to see you all. I want to start off by just congratulating our mayor-elect Mamdani on an incredible victory and a just remarkable campaign this last year. I think what we saw last night was New Yorkers not just electing a new mayor, but clearly rejecting a politics where outsized corporate power and money too often end up dictating our politics, and a clear mandate for change where New Yorkers can get ahead and where all workers and small businesses can thrive, not just get by. I think what we saw through the campaign was an operation that showed extraordinary discipline, rigor, talent, and I know that Zohran has the vision and courage to make sure that we can actually deliver. It's such an honor to get to be part of his transition team, and I'm so excited to work with the co-chairs to make sure that we are building an administration that can hit the ground running on day one and deliver for all New Yorkers. Thank you so much.
So I love that how much praise she gave to the campaign. And I also love that she says, this is a place where businesses cannot just, survive, but thrive. And I think that, given where Zohran started in terms of hunger striking with taxi workers, taxi cab drivers, who were being gouged by the city as they raised the price of that medallion and indebting, thousands and thousands of people, causing them to take their own lives because of the kinds of debt that was imposed on them. This is very significant to have some, you can imagine, right? DoorDash, which relies and runs on the precarity of contract labor in terms of delivery drivers. Like, imagine someone like Lina Khan going after DoorDash, right? Or going after some of these companies that are thriving in New York City. And just like this, and again, Lina Khan is, I don't know her personally, but I don't know if she's a socialist. I don't think that she's a radical. I don't think she's a revolutionary. She studied antitrust law, effectively what is almost anti-capitalist, non-competitive behavior, right? You should not be able to have these practices. You should not have these monopolies. You should not be able to swindle consumers. There has to be a certain level of honesty in capitalism. There has to be accountability. There has to be competition for this economy to actually run. That is a very capitalistic framework, right? It's not the late stage 1% amassing billions and billions of dollars framework like they want to do. But, if you had any dreams of starting your own business, right? That's not, maybe it is me, but like, this is a very uneven playing field. It is very difficult in the United States to do something like that. I remember, And I do think that the city of New York actually is an incredible place where, you can run a bodega, right? Or you can like own a laundromat. Like there are, smaller businesses because not everything is chain stores because there's so many people, right? There's so many people. So the ability for like a Target or a Walmart to completely obliterate local economies is a lot less in a dense city like New York. And so there's sort of a natural firewall built in when it comes to supporting local businesses. But that doesn't mean it's not possible, and that doesn't mean it hasn't happened, right? But I remember speaking to, I used to work at a restaurant, and one of the servers was like, he moved to this country. I can't remember how long ago it was, but he was like, yeah, man, in Mexico, I had like my own business. Like I had my own business. I could run my business. Here, I could buy a nice shirt, but like I don't have the money to, or there's too many prohibitions for me to like run a business here, which I think it was a really interesting and astute comment, because after living abroad myself, I also noticed that it's like it seemed like there were way more family run businesses abroad. And I think in the US there are so many barriers to being like, we everyone loves to squawk on about the small business owner, but like where fewer and fewer and fewer small businesses truly in that spirit. If you are a capitalist, you should love Lina Khan. Remember when there was talk that maybe JD Vance liked Lina Khan? I don't know what kind of mouth nose sounds to make at you to tell you that was always a pipe dream. What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/bitchuation room. Do